Hello guys. Today we will discuss about basic techniques of aluminum sheet cutting on a CNC router. And I will show you some examples of good and bad cuts, which I experienced with different settings. We will cover the main key points in this video. Use carbide aluminum cutting bits. Cutting at a low feed rate and multiple step downs. Use tabs in the workpiece. Use metal cutting oil spray. Use an air pressure gun to cool down the router bit. Use clamps or two-sided tape to hold the sheet with a router table. First of all, choose the correct router bit for aluminum cutting, not just the standard router bit which we use for all sorts of jobs. I highly recommend carbide aluminum cutting bits, as those are designed to perform well in all grades of hardnesses. This will give you way better results than an ordinary router bit, and very less chances to damage the material or snaps the router bit. As per the requirement of your job, select the right tool. For cutting lengths and cutting diameters, upcut or downcut with specific flute options. In most cases, I use a 6.35mm cutting diameter, downcut tool with a no flute. More about router bits I can explain in a separate video. Feed rate is the most important part of cutting. It is expressed in units of distance per revolution, for turning and boring, typically inches per revolution, or millimeters per revolution. I prefer to cut at a low feed rate, and multiple step down, as per the thickness of the material. In this example, I use a 2mm aluminum sheet, and cutting 6.35mm cutting diameter, which I run at 40 inches per minute feed rate, also 2 times step down. It means this will go into the material 1mm in the first layer of cutting, and the next layer go down another 1mm, to cut all the way to the bottom. I suggest that the first layer of step down should be very less, whether cutting at 10mm, or 2mm sheet thickness. Tabs. Use multiple tabs between the workpiece and offcut material. Generally we use these small tabs, to hold parts in place while being cut, to ensure the best accuracy possible. In this test, I use 3 to 4mm wide, and 1/2 mm thickness of multiple tabs, which we can easily cut with a cutter, or knife. You can also increase the thickness, and width of tabs as per your job requirement. This option is available in most CAM softwares. Cutting oil. Every material has a different process of cutting. I will recommend using any type of metal cutting oil spray, which helps the router bit to run smoothly on the material while cutting. And I am using CRC cutting oil spray, which is easily available at any tool shop or warehouse. And must use an air pressure gun to cool down the router bit to prevent melting material on edge. Also, in a better version of CNC, the air pressure hose is already connected near to the tool head, which you can control by machine settings. Aluminum sheets come in different thicknesses. If you are using a small offcuts for a job, or cutting a very thin sheets, in most cases these sheets are not even flat, so vacuum doesn't work properly. In this case, we can apply two-sided tape on the back of the sheet, on some areas of the workpiece, and use clamps to hold the material tightly with the router table, to avoid wobbling the material while cutting. If you are cutting a thicker sheet, so just clamps will do the job. I hope these key points will help you to improve the quality of cutting and save time in production. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe to the video for more useful AutoCAD and CNC tips.